So here we are again with part two. I'm just going to bring you part two right now, and it's going to be a continuation. It's about pretty much to come to a closing between I and Brandon. Already went through the whole gambit and all the things they were saying, and pretty much they like to filibuster and don't let you talk and just keep. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. And as I answer their question and I checkmate them, they don't ask a follow-up. They pivot to a whole new different question. So I was going to let it run, let it play, and I'm going to give my commentary during the whole session.
I apologize. I thought you was done.
No, go ahead.
I just want to ask the question, right? Then we can talk for 2 seconds, then I'm done. Which one do you think was more usable? Which one you think we could use? Biden or Trump? And I'm not talking about, you can look and see in everything that's going on right now. Which one do you think would have been easier for us to use? You're going to answer, then I'm going to tell you why I'm going to say my thing. Black critic.
That's a very good question. Because both of them really don't care about black people. They really don't. They'll use people, especially Biden, will use black people to just to get elected. Say okay, see you next 4 years, see you during the midterms, right? And that's why I don't trust them. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be the one to make a call on that.
Okay,
because
so now,
to me, I'll be looking for a third option.
Okay, so now let me say, because those were the options we had, right? So for me, I would say Trump was easier to be used. I'm going to explain right.
Yeah.
First Trump, he gave permanent money to HBCUs, the most money in history of a president, right?
Now, that was ripped off of Obama. He didn't do that for himself.
Okay, but let me finish. Let me tell you what I'm saying, right? Then Trump said he wanted to give $500 million or $500 billion to the black community, right?
That's after 4 years of being in office.
I understand.
He didn't do anything for 4 years.
I understand,
during the last election,
bro. I swear.
You see, you don't like it. They don't like it when you try to correct them. I'm not going to answer a question based on falsehoods, right? Let's be clear. If you don't believe that he did that, then I'm going to say, well, I just don't even bother asking me the question, because the question is, the asking me is based upon lies. So I'm just basically asking for clarity. And mind you, they get all in their feelings. Princess Dynast get all in his feelings and stuff like that, but they never said that I was lying.
Let me
explain what I mean. Right?
I'm lying?
No, let me explain what I mean. I'm not trying to act like Trump was this great guy. What I said was easily used. We know Trump was arrogant, egotistical, narcissistic, all of that, right? Trump would have been easily used, because Trump would have been glad to say, look what I did for African Americans. No one else did it. You see how these people can play us and put these beef videos all in the algorithm and make everybody find certain videos in YouTube. They can make people stars, right? That's what Trump want to be. So since we could have used Trump, because Trump wanted to say, look at me, look what I did. It's not the fact that I think Trump is a good person, but we could have used Trump.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what all you are saying. All I'm saying is that I'm not saying y'all wrong to think that if anyone that took like Brandon and Dynasty wants to take a chance, like, wow, this is a good opportunity. I'm not saying that's not a good opportunity. What I am saying, based upon Trump, all those things, including his racism and him using people and stuff like that, and the fact that he's a politician, that's not genuine. I don't feel that when he said that I was genuine, because if he was genuine, he would have said that when he was first being elected during president. Even if he didn't say that during the campaign trail and when he was first being elected, 4 years came. He was in there for 4 years, and he did not do anything close to that. So what I'm saying is, now you guys like saying, okay, now after 4 years being in office, and he wants to get reelected again after all the impeachment and all that other stuff, he was like, okay, let me promise something. Again, he's a politician.
Hey, listen, bro.
I'm not going to damn anybody who believes it or not.
First of all, brother, you voted for Democrats, so you're not even qualified to judge genuine people's.
Okay, and
You see what I said? What he's gonna do again? Deflecting, right? Deflecting. You know what I'm saying? He does these little cheap, weak political character assassinations, which makes him very hypocritical because, as we all established before, right? We all vote for people and hope for the best, and didn't happen. He voted for Trump, and Trump didn't promise him anything. Trump promised black people nothing, and he voted for Trump, and he didn't get shit. Dynasty didn't get shit. They didn't get nothing. Black people as a whole got nothing, right? Callum voted for Obama twice. I didn't vote for Obama the second time. He didn't vote for Obama the second time, but he get a pass. So this is a Republican mindset. This is Team Republican. We're not on Team Republican. You're wrong no matter what.
that's your opinion. That's fine. You as a Republican, that's okay.
Let me tell. Okay, Dynast. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
If you hire somebody, right, to go pick, say you got chickens and your chickens lay eggs, and you hire somebody to go pick up the eggs from up under the chicken and put them in a basket. If the person cracked the eggs every time they go out there and bring them to you and they all cracked up, are you going to keep on paying that person to go?
Hell no. So Brad, I know what you're getting at, Brandon. Basically, anybody that voted for Biden is in no position. Just be quiet. I mean,
we got to get back on
cancel culture.
Crack pipes.
No, we're not canceling you. We're not canceling. I'm just saying, like
you being a hypocrite. You just said I vote for Biden, so I should not be talking at all.
We should vote black, not Republican, not Democrat.
Nobody black. Nobody black.
If we stick together, we vote for what we need.
No. I mean, as far as like when they campaign, they talk black, but they don't do anything black politically. Once they're in.
You see, at least the other brother, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I forgot his name. At least he's being honest, right? I said, vote black. He said, vote black as a block, right? So what he's saying is making sense. You know what I'm saying? No shade on that, brother. You know what I'm saying? But he's making sense. So, but Dynast, now we all know cancel culture is basically saying, hey, look, I don't agree with you, right? I don't want to hear your speech. Your speech is hateful or offensive, yada, yada, yada. Shut up. And he just said, I should shut up. But that's not cancel culture. Like, the guy's a fucking asshole. Like that's what cancel culture is. Silencing someone's speech based because you don't like their speech. That's what cancel culture is. Like, give me a break. Like, the guy's an idiot.
Well, Mike, the point I'm trying to make is just moving forward, anybody who voted for Biden is in no position to criticize anybody for shit. I don't want to hear it. You're in no position to say shit.
You can't. So someone voted for someone and that person didn't meet the expectation of that person, right? They cannot criticize anybody else, even if if that person that's being criticized has done the same horrible thing or worse. So Trump goes out right now and let me say, I mean, without getting all into it, he's done a lot of horrible things, way more than Biden. But let's say, for argument's sake, that Trump did something just as bad as Biden, right now, right? Did something horrible. He said something horrible, right? Or push a policy or something like that. I can't say anything. Oh, you vote for Biden, so you can't say anything. That's an idiotic, unintelligent thing to say. But Republicans aren't that intelligent. So there's a poll out on that. Republicans aren't that intelligent, as we can see, and they're hypocrites.
At all. Like, I don't care who someone votes for that's not a Democrat. You're a no. Just shut up. I mean, you vote where you want to.
And that's not cancel culture.
It's not cancel culture.
You're telling me to shut up and I can't say nothing.
Hold on. Black critique. You just voted for a guy that's going to drop $30 million worth of crack pipes in the black community.
And that's my fault because I made him do that.
Did you vote? Did you vote for
So let's play this little stupid mind game, right? So, like I said before, you guys really didn't listen. Went the one ear, went out the other, and I'll reiterate what I said again. When you vote for somebody, right, you may not agree 100% that what they're doing, right? Now, if that's the case, Brandon, I remember you saying, correct me if I'm wrong, you said, hey, look, I voted for Obama once to see, hey, let me give the guy a chance, right? I voted for Obama once.
I voted for him because he was black. That's it.
Me too.
Okay, sure. All right, fine. So you voted for him for that, right? You voted for him the second time. I didn't vote for him the second time.
I didn't
right?
vote for Obama the second time.
You didn't? Oh, my fault. No. I'm asking you. Wow, emotional. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I thought you voted for the second time. So there's people. Oh, but not to put Kayla on the spot. I remember I was talking to Kayla before. He said he voted for the second time. You had no smoke for him at all, right? I didn't vote for him the second time. You didn't vote for him the second time, but you're not chastising him. Why? Because you mostly agree with him. So you're not going to chastise him. But me, Kayla.
No, Kayla said he was wrong. Obama didn't do shit. So
okay, and that's fine. When I say the same thing, you and Dynast say I need to shut the fuck up.
Man, listen. Like I said,
you're being extremely disingenuous.
I don't do cancel culture at all. But it's just again, bro.
Bro, you just told me I can't talk because I voted for somebody.
No, you can talk. Okay, here we go. You can talk, bro.
Cancel his ass.
No, this is what I'm saying. You can talk. It's just no one should take people like yourself serious.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But you can talk all you want to. But
I'm not supposed to be taken serious, right? But these Negro well-wishers that voted for Trump the first time did nothing for black people. Now they're chastising and getting on people after Trump didn't do shit for 4 years, saying, "Oh, he's promised us something now," right? "Oh, you didn't vote for him. He was gonna do something for us." You know what I'm saying? They would have voted for Trump either way. No way you're going to tell me they weren't going to not vote for Trump. They were going to vote for Trump either way. If they voted for Trump the first time and he didn't promise them anything, right? If he didn't promise anything the second time, they would have voted for him again. So they hung up on this, oh, he promised us something. Oh, yeah, now he cares about you. Are y'all that fucking stupid? Are you that fucking dumb? Or are you that that simple-minded? Like, no, you cannot really understand politics if you're gonna really think, oh, he means it this time. He means it after going through impeachment twice, which is gonna hurt you. A lot of people, he lost a lot of support, right? He didn't have as much as support as he did his first campaign, as he did the second campaign, because a lot of things he was doing came to light. So he was hurting. So he has to make concessions for people so he could, to be elected. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all got no real goddamn reason to fucking talk.
If you decide you're gonna participate in the election and you're voting for somebody that's not a Democrat, and anybody who voted for Biden starts giving you, backlash, just ignore them. Just tell them to shut. In fact, tell them to just be quiet. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be nice. Just be quiet. Because there are no, after this fuckery right here, Kayla, go ahead, Kayla. Go ahead. Kayla Genesis. Oh, I guess Kayla ain't.
So, now we're gonna start over with Kayla Genesis. I think he's funny. It's really not funny. He's lame. And as someone that's significantly older than me, I don't think he's too old, but significantly older than me, you would think someone like him would have wisdom. Always give people, young or old, the benefit of the doubt, especially if they're talking like they got sense. I give them the benefit of the doubt as, okay, this is an intelligent person. Again, I have been disappointed. Someone that's supposed to have a little bit of wisdom, right? Someone that's supposed to be well-traveled, knowing people, supposed to be a Pan-Africanist, but Dynast and Kayla, they're fake-ass Pan-Africanists, and he was basically telling their speech, right? Because right now this is a political debate, right? It's a political debate. We all live in America, right? We all live in America as black men, right? That's the common denominator that connects us all. Doesn't matter. Well, not saying it doesn't matter. The only difference is that, hey, we have a different political approach, different political ideologies. The thing that joins us is that we are black men in America, and everybody knows, right, that white supremacy looks at us as one big conglomerate of black men. They don't care if you're from the north, south, east, west, African, Caribbean. They don't care, right? And us on this panel, all of us knows that. But you're going to see soon as, you know, I'm checkmating them on certain things and I'm saying certain things. Like, they never follow up. They ask me a question, I give them an answer because they have preconceived notions about my stance. So once I don't, you know, say the things that they think I'm going to say, then they got to pivot to something else, right? But I'm going to let him talk.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry about that. You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, they said we sound the same. They said we sound the same, so you got to announce yourself. Brandon said we sound the same.
Unfortunate. Black critic, man, you don't put me to sleep, man. I dozed off there for a second. That's why I dozed off. But I want to talk about something. A black man, a young 24 years old, just killed in.
Okay, so he's gonna do a whole nothing really what I had to say. He's gonna give you freaking a whole news breakdown of local crimes that have been committed, you know, by white supremacists and the criminal justice system criminalizing black people and things like that, right? That is abhorrent and it's horrible, but it had nothing to really do with what we're going on right now, because we got red states. Trayvon Martin happened in a red state. You know, these things happen in blue states as well. So I don't know. I think he just wanted to be heard. Maybe he got in a fight with his wife, or he opened his mouth and someone said, shut the fuck up, because he sounds like an idiot. And maybe he just wants to hear himself talk. But all the stuff what he said had nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Minneapolis, Minnesota, same place Orlando Steele was killed, and his officer got off scot-free. Same place, what's his name? George Floyd was killed. Riot in the city, $30 million worth of property done. Black businesses burned to the ground. Riots all over the country, Oakland, California, all over because they defund the police, all this stuff like that. Black America made a whole ass out of itself for a thing. And the solution Al Sharpton told us was, if you don't like what you see about George Floyd, get out.
Who is listening to Al Sharpton? Nobody listens to Al Sharpton. Like, shut the fuck up. No one's okay. If anyone's listening to Al Sharpton, right? Y'all Negroes is listening to Larry Elder and Juan Williams or Steve Bannon. Like, what?
Out to the polls, you know? Now, another killing has just happened, right? Now, I wonder, are they going to use this as trauma porn to get black people to the polls again? You know? And this is what it is. Is it the only way? I want to ask the black critic, is that the new strategy of the Democrat? You trauma? Are the Democrats?
Now, this is the thing. I'm gonna answer his question, obviously, right? So he just stated all the horrible things that's going on with black people, right? Because yes, Biden did promise, hey, criminal justice reform, and Joe Biden never said he was going to defund the police. Even Kayla said that Biden is not for defund the police, and I'm not going to get into that. Really, it's defund the police really just means hold the police accountable, right? So all of these bad things was happening, right? I wish I thought of this question when I was on that panel. The Democrats offered to do something about it, right? Via Joe Biden. What did Trump offer to do? Like, you have to understand, whatever, this is politics, right? This is political debates. People have problems, right? So you have to offer solutions to people's problems. What did Trump say he was going to do after all those things Kayla said, what's going on and what's going on right now, right? What did Trump promise black people that he was going to do besides the so-called 500 million? He didn't offer any criminal justice reform. He didn't at all. So y'all be a bunch of mediocre, hood rich niggas still getting shot and killed by the police, still being discriminated against, still being redlined, still the cost of certain goods and services to be higher with low quality, right? What did they offer? Nothing. You see, the thing they don't understand, you got to put a mirror up to yourself, or in this particular case, up to your party. If he's like, hey, look, my party's offering this, right? Oh, I don't like what your party's offering. Okay, what your party's offering? Shit. So again, he's in no position to say or chastise what the Democratic Party is not doing. At least it's a broken promise, right? But I guess, the Republicans didn't offer you shit, so I guess you can't be disappointed.
These killings, to get us to the polls to vote, I want to know, just it seems a coincidence. They gunned the black man down. They went into the wrong apartment, right? And they said he shouldn't have reached for the gun. He was asleep. He reached for the gun. And you know who it was? And they had the wrong address. They was after the wrong guy. And so black people, back at square one, you use all your political capital, gone all the Antifa, gone all your LGBTQ people and everything, gone are even the black people of middle class or like that. Everybody's washed their hand of this, and we're just sitting.
And Antifa and LGBTQ. What does Antifa and LGBTQ has to do with municipal, local killings in these cities? We're talking about the federal government, Donald Trump, voting on a presidential level. And here he comes with his weak-ass understanding of the political process and what we're talking about. Again, if you talk about police brutality, right, that's where Black Lives Matter come in and protesting against the slaughter of black people. And in opposition to that is a Republican opposition to that of the hell with y'all niggas, Blue Lives Matter. But they got no smoke for Blue Lives Matter. They know Donald Trump and the Republican Party are hardcore Blue Lives Matter supporters and also call BLM a terrorist organization. Republicans don't call the Boogaloo Boys a terrorist organization. They don't call the Oath Keepers a terrorist organization. They don't call the alt-right a terrorist organization. They don't call QAnon a terrorist organization. The organization that they call a terrorist organization will be things like the Black Panther Party and basically just a bunch of people, all over saying, hey, I'm black, my life matters. That's it. That's a terrorist organization. Like, this dude is simple. Like he's really, really, really simple-minded old dude, man. This is crazy.
Back, we're more powerless than we are now, or than we ever was, right? Because now they can kill us at will because we have no more fight left in us. The only thing they can do is tell us to go to the polls. Black America is a serious, serious downfall spiral, and that's what it is. The top leaders of the Democratic Party, right, are telling, I want to know what Black Critic thinks about this. They're not telling black women to keep your legs closed and wait for marriage and get educated with marriage and marry somebody and then look at marriage as an alternative to living in poverty. They're saying we're going to subsidize you with $850 a month because we don't want you to get married and everything like that because that's a patriarchy. All this nonsense. They just completely dismantled once thriving community. What Black America used to be self-sufficient. We didn't need this government to survive at one time. We had families, we had institutions, we had all those things like that. The Democratic Party was we gave up our institutions for the Democratic Party. Our community
So let me get this straight. He's assuming that. He's asking me a question to be fair, right? So the Republican Party again. Once you hold a mirror up to what the Democrats are doing, let's say everything he said is 100. Was the Republicans for the union of black families? And if they were, how were they instrumental to black people and black families staying together? Right? We got, I'm not as old as him, but as far as I remember Reagan and people not liking Reagan and put like drugs in the black neighborhood. That was a Republican. They did that. They put drugs in that neighborhood, the Republican Party. They did all that. Then did the whole, if you remember back in the day, it was the whole DARE thing and all these, just say no to drugs and all that. Nancy Reagan going on there, just say no to drugs. The same drugs that they put in black neighborhoods, the same drugs they put in black neighborhoods that they criminalize more than other drugs because they know black people mostly do this particular drug, like crack cocaine. They're not putting white people in jail, right? One, and hit them with long sentences for trying to snort a whole 8-ball with a goddamn bottle of Budweiser. It was a Republican Party, right? But no, we're not going to talk about that because they're in their little Republican plantation bubble.
What the hell right now? And collusion with the Hollywood and the music industry, Black America's a mess. So how can anybody with a straight face come to us right now after you freaking see the loss right now and talk and try to even defend, even say anything about Donald Trump when you guys basically are the responsible for the destruction of the black community? That's what I would like to know. Are we supposed to get out there and vote again because that's the only way you can get our vote? Because you're not going to get anything tangible to the black community. The only thing you can do is trauma. You know, that trauma is the new word. And
Donald Trump, Fred Trump and Donald Trump here in New York was discriminating against black people for housing. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Donald Trump, up to this day, said that the Central Park 5, right, needs to go, need the death penalty. New York doesn't have the death penalty. He said they need to bring the death penalty back. And after they were proven innocent, Donald Trump still said them niggas is guilty. Nigga, hush.
So my other brother, I know that Inquire Demelo means he who greets with fire. I know that term is Swahili. Go ahead. Answer to that.
You talking to me?
Yeah, black critic, man. What I want to know. You're the Democrat. You can't back out now. Talk about I don't care about party. Yo, you were a fire-breathing Democrat for months.
I was a fire-breathing Democrat for months. Wow. If that's the case, you won't really see my real fire. That's what you say.
Bro.
I didn't start yet.
He said I'm a fire-breathing Democrat for months. When I first talked to this damn fool, right, I said I was independent. And I said I voted for Joe Biden because of these reasons, right? In opposition to Trump for those reasons. And we already went over that. I was not saying Democrats are the best. Joe Biden is good. And this is why Joe Biden is great. Joe Biden is great for black people because this. Not like these fools saying Trump is great. Trump is that. Ignore his racism. Ignore his crookedness, his misdealings, his unfairness, and his criminality. I don't do that. I was never a hardcore Democrat. Never.
I'm telling you, that's what you came up with. You came up shaming us for even talking about now.
No. I don't do that. I try to understand people's perspective and based upon their perspective what they're saying, right, and what they stand for, I ask questions. So what you did is a lot of assumptions, putting me, well, you're a Democrat.
I'm not assuming. I'm only going by what I heard you say. I'm saying you now you're sort of backing off because Democrats are
No. I'm holding your feet to the fire because then you say, because I said no party right now is
no. You said you specifically said you when people said, "Well, let's vote third party."
Hold on. Colin, 1 second. Hold on, Colin, 1 second. Black Critique, who did you vote for?
I already told you.
Okay.
I already told you it was Biden. You told me.
I want you to say it with your chest. Who did you vote for?
I told you I voted for Biden in the last election.
Say it with your chest.
Okay, so we're not. So no one's. This is
say it with your chest.
Intellectualism right now. Because I'm trying. I can't even get a word in. I'm trying to be respectful. Have everybody talk. The moment I say something, I get cut off. You cut me off now to poke fun at me. But I'm the emotional.
No, you're backing down. You're backing off. You say
no, because again, I let you speak. When I try to answer and I try to say something, when you guys don't like it, you cut me off. You guys said a lot of bullshit. I did not cut you off.
We don't like it.
Hold on. No, we're not interrupting. We're just saying, just be like, look, man, I voted for Biden, man. Just stop dancing around. Like, stop dancing around. Like, just be like, save your chest.
And this is why people say, you know what? It's never good to talk about certain things. You know what I'm saying? Politics and religion. Because it makes people very intelligent people extremely irrational. And that's what's going on right now. I'm trying to be rational. I am detached. I'm not emotionally invested in it like.
You see every time he just went on his whole diatribe. Princess Dynast didn't cut him off. Right? Moment I say 4 words. Like, they are extremely emotional. They can't even have the discipline or the respect to hold their comment until I'm finished, right? That's how you know you're kind of dealing with boys, not men.
In this manner where I'm just blocking people and I don't want to hear what they got to say.
Of course not, because the Democrats, because Biden looks like a fool right now. Of course.
So let me address what you said, right? And I'm going to address it in a manner how you addressed me, right? So you as a Republican, you know, with all your QAnon, boys, right people, all these Republicans are.
You see, extremely emotional. He cannot even hold his tongue. They can, and this is the common denominator for so far on this panel with all Republicans I see. You give them where they feel that you need to give them the utmost respect and don't interrupt them. But the moment you say something that they don't like, they don't have to give you that same respect. It's really weak and sad.
Right. So with all your
that's an ad-hominem attack. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Boy and Proud Boy people, right?
Hold on. This is what I'm talking about. That was an ad-hominem attack. I'm not a Republican. So why would you say something like that?
Same how I'm saying I'm not a diehard Democrat. But then no one wants to hear that. You voted I need what you guys are doing is villainizing me. Because you want to villainize me as someone to hate on. You don't want.
Hold on. Let me tell you the difference. This is how I'm gonna end your career right here. Right? We always said, right? Brandon said this, right? You could critique each person, and then you make a decision who to vote for. That's what Dynast says. That's what always said. You like the Democrats? You like Biden? Go vote for Biden. If you like Trump, right? And you think Trump is going to do like that, Trump gave money to HBCUs. Trump had a track record, right? There was legitimate reason for black people to say, you know something, I believe that
what track record did Trump have? I know what track record,
right? Hold on. Here's why I could you're lying, right? This is where you're lying. The Democrats have never given anything to the black people. Trump did. Now you're saying no matter what the Trump did, no matter what he does, no matter what he says he does, you have to vote black as a black person have to vote Democrat.
Now you're lying on me, and I'm gonna cut you off. I never said that. I never said that.
You just said that about. You called me a Republican.
You said Trump on his own because he's such a good, kind-hearted white man. Gave money to HBCUs.
No, I'm not saying that.
Obama said that in motion for that to be done.
Let me say this.
Colin, 1 second, Colin. But Black Steve, my question is, what track record did Biden and Kamala Harris have?
No, we're not going to do the switcheroo. He said Trump has a track record. I want to know what Trump's track record is. For doing things for black.
I just gave you all the examples.
No, you didn't. You just said Trump has a track record. That's it.
Okay. Well, Dwight,
Now you're stuttering because you know that's a bullshit comment.
Yo, check this out. He's getting angry. He's getting angry.
Yes, because you're lying. You say I'm the
Now he's saying I'm angry. He's gonna say something. He can't back up his claim, and he got Princess Diamond is gonna come in and be on some, and then again like a Zoop, either cut you off, filibuster, or they pivot to something else. I'm holding his feet to the fire. You said Trump has a track record for helping black people. What is it? You're emotional.
liar, and you trying to say me as a liar. You just lied
for a second. Need to think for a second, so I can just tell him break it down to him just for a second. And I'm no Donald Trump fan. First of all, criminal justice reform, right? Trump let like 1,000 people out of jail, black people, that were harsh sentences and everything. That it was phenomenal, right? A lot of people got out of jail. One lady, black lady, forgot her.
Obama did the same thing, you fucking fool. Obama did the same thing. Let certain people out of jail for harsh. Obama did the same thing. Like, god damn, this dude's a fucking moron. Well, Wikipedia. Wikipedia is a good starting point. It's not the end all be all, but it's a good starting point when it comes to certain hard facts, right? You can see here, list of people granted executive clemency by Barack Obama. The number we're looking at right here is he did up to about 2,000 people. Trump only did 1,000, but to me, either way, it doesn't matter. That's not enough, especially when it comes for black people, right? It's simply not enough. It's a nice start, but it's not significantly adequate, right? So Obama done it. So stupid coon ass Kayla saying that Trump did it. I'm not a Trump fan, but Trump did it. Your stupid ass voted for Obama and you didn't know Obama did this measure. This is a guy that's not really politically inclined or intelligent at all. This is my second time taking him to task. First time he said that Trump didn't do an arms deal with the Saudis. If you follow my video, I even have a video short showing that Trump was doing arms. Him and Steve Bannon was with the Saudis. Like this is easy, right? Inmate free by Obama on Dean's list because of ban the box, right? All these things, right? There's even something here saying that Biden lied, saying, "Oh, Obama," right here that Obama as Biden being the vice president, that Obama freed 38,000 people. That's false, right? That's a fact checker, right? See, you can see right here, if anyone knows anything, that Obama also let people out. So this fool Kayla saying that Trump freed 1,000 people and the Democrats, Obama didn't do it. He's an ass. He's actually taking credit away from himself, saying he voted for Obama the second time. Obama did this in his last term. He's actually taking credit away from himself. He voted for Obama. So in this aspect, it was good that he voted for Obama, that Obama could have freed those 2,000 people. But he's so stupid and unpolitically inclined to know what's going on, he doesn't know that, right? So we all know right now we're talking to an idiot. See, I'm letting him talk. I'm not interrupting him and stuff like that. And this is where it takes its normal xenophobic FBA turn. That's where it becomes FBA. See, once people are cornered and they're under pressure, you see who they really are. You see who their true colors. Even if they claim to be Pan-Africanist, even if they claim to be pro-black and all these other things, and hey, we all are brothers, we all need to come together, and da-da-da-da. Once they are under pressure, that's how you know who's your brother, right? Because anything under pressure does good. Diamonds are made under pressure, right? That's why they come out so beautiful, right? You put a black man under pressure, because we all know a little bit of science here. We all know pressurized coal. Once you put coal under a lot of pressure, it turns to a diamond, right? This guy is crumbling like a deck of cards. This guy is crumbling like burnt coal. He's just ash, and he sounds like an ass, right? So this is where the fake Pan-African, he's going to expose us as a fake Pan-African xenophobe, Tariq Nacoon, ADOS, FBA, failed bitch ass American that he is.
50, a model prisoner. Obama didn't let her out of prison. Trump let her out of prison. You know, Donald Trump is giving $50 billion a year available to HBCUs. You know, permanent. An office of HBCU permanently in the White House. You know, that was before they have to come to the White House every year if they were permanent. Biden took that back. You know, took that back to pay for the Afghans and everything. You know.
So you see, he's telling a whole bunch of lies, saying that Trump gave black people HBCUs when Obama already put that in order. Just the current president just going to have to sign it, right? All these other things he's saying are simply true or half-assed truths. But they can't combat that because what they have is just falsified facts that they don't know for themselves, so they don't know the intricate details. That's why I'm able to checkmate them every time.
Urban enterprises, all kinds of urban enterprise zones by Tim Scott and everything like that Trump put billions of dollars towards, right? With no help from the Congressional Black Caucus that were uplifting low-income communities and investment zones all over the United States, right? All over the United States. Black people benefited from that. Black business communities benefited from that. Black homeownership went up. The unemployment rate for African Americans was the lowest in our history and everything. Now it's back at the highest, okay? And then the creme de la creme was the $500 million. He laughed. You know why? You know why? Because this guy is an immigrant from what, Trinidad? You know, so you don't understand the stuff we as African Americans go through. Okay, Tariq.
Boom. So you heard what he said? Because I'm from Trinidad, boy, I don't understand American politics. American politics is so hard to understand. It's like rocket science that a person can't understand it. They can't understand it at all. Not because they're from Trinidad or they're, I'm waiting for them to use the T word, tether, and that makes absolutely no sense. But you can see there are in his feelings. We're having a political debate. He has to attack me, not because on my political stance, right? All I did was laugh at what he said. That's all I did. I just laughed at what he said. But I had to, now he's attacking me even more personally than before. Like I said, FBA or anybody shows you who their true colors are once they are under pressure, right? This is a so-called Pan-Africanist who goes to the continent and all these other things, right? So people like Stokely Carmichael, and I'm going to get into that, stuff like that, needed to shut up and don't say anything because you don't understand American politics. Like, this guy's a fucking coon-ass fool.
So my intelligence is based upon where
it's not Tariq, but this is what I'm talking about.
Okay, I got you.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You got people who are immigrant background, right? They come here, they don't understand the nuances of Black America, right? He's only thinking about
what the fuck are you talking about? You sound like a dumbass.
Biden is hold on. You don't understand the nuances of Black America, right? Black America, right, has been neglected.
Wrong, right? You understand the plans of Black America, right? Like, you're a fucking fool. So when you go to Africa, you and Princess Dynast over here, y'all can't say shit about Africa because you're not continental Africans. You shouldn't be talking about Africa, what's going on in Africa, and things like that. All you could talk about Africa is from your ignorant position, and you're ignorant, and you should not be talking about Africa because you're American. So you should not be talking about anything African. You see about this mirror that I'm talking about? The mirror what Michael Jackson says, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? You're saying these things, and it has to make sense across the board, right? But I'm gonna let Pan-African Tariq Nasheed carry on.
So I'm, because I'm able not to grasp history. I'm able not to grasp history and politics. Hold on. I know history. So black Americans need to stay their ass in America and don't go to Africa. You sound like a fucking... Okay, hold on. First, before we even go to Africa, we can't go to Africa. Why are you going to Africa if you can't understand? We got money. I got money to Africa. A lot of people can't go to Africa. And not only that, we live in this country, right? Don't go try to take it on that. Just from us, right? I'm basing the stupid shit that you're saying and applying it to the things that not stupid. I'm just unraveling because you know right now you sound like a fool. Yeah, sure. Yeah, coming from you, you know. You say hold on. You say American. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. This is what ignorant as hell. Hold on. Biden. 2 million illegal immigrants have crossed the border. Biden is sneaking them into.
You see how he changed the whole conversation? It was about what the Democrats is not doing for black people, right? And the Republicans, they all gravy. You know, they're not the one putting up walls. The Democrats are, right? All these other things, right? So I'm gonna let him continue.
All across No. Let's talk about how I'm an immigrant. This is what you're voting for. So talk about how stupid I am and I can't grasp certain political concepts. Hold on. This is what you're voting for. This is what you're up here trying to defend. I'm not defending anything. You're the only person. I'm not defending Biden. I'm not defending the Democratic Party. I'm not defending the Republican Party. The Democratic Party, Ocasio-Cortez equates people on the Mexican border coming from a third world country with African Americans who've been here for 40 years and built this country. She thinks that one is the same. You agree with that? I don't like Ocasio-Cortez like that. But once again, I'll do the same thing. Donald Trump has no problem with... Don't talk about Donald Trump. Let's talk about your people. Ocasio-Cortez. Do you agree with the Boogaloo Boys? The Boogaloo Boys were... Check this out. Beating up people, beating up Democrats, and beating up black people. Is behind the illegal...
So basically, I'm trying to say, he's talking about Ocasio-Cortez aligning black people up with Mexican people. I don't give a fuck about Ocasio-Cortez. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care for her like that in that regard. She's Hispanic. I don't expect her to be fighting for black people at all. So you see what I'm saying? We have these preconceived notions. What does Ocasio-Cortez got to do with immigration? If Ocasio-Cortez got to do with immigration, she want to make sure her Latino, Hispanic people get across, not my people. So what this has nothing to do with it. You see how he stepped in elephant shit, right? Being racist, xenophobic racist. Right now, FBA, they're racist because they take the same racist talking points and objectives like their current masters, right? So they don't know how to think no other way. They can't think constructively as black men, right? They think like white men. You know what I'm saying? So they like, okay, how I make ad hominem attacks on my own people. They use the whole racist analogy of it because he knows that what he said was wrong. So now he's trying to rationalize it.
You agree with Dylan Roof when he went inside there and saw all the black people and had the Confederate flag?
Hold on. What does Dylan Roof got to do with Donald Trump?
I'm talking about Dylan Roof in the context of the same thing of when you got all these redneck ass Republicans going down when people protest, hey, look, black people protest, say, hey, look, I don't like this statue at this state building, right? I pay taxes, right? Why do I gotta go to a state building, right? And I have to see Confederate flags waving around. People who are slave owners and stuff like that, right? And you had all the Republicans saying, "No, it's my heritage," and all this other stuff. And Donald Trump
I can give
"Oh, they're trying to change history and ruin our country." But y'all niggas on here defending Republicans.
That's a straw man. That's a straw man argument.
That's a straw man argument, bro. Who goes against
bro.
But
try
here's
that
more guys
on
your Confederate flags.
Hold on. That's a straw man argument. That's a straw man. Tell
I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit because I can't stand this dude no more. I lost like mad respect for him. He's a fucking idiot. He's a racist. He's a very, very weak individual mentally because he's just anyway. So basically, Princess Dynasty. Basically, you know, he full of drama, so I call him Dynasty. You know, Princess Dynasty says that after I mentioned about how, you know, the Republican Party, the alt-right, and all these people were, and including Donald Trump, was against taking down federal statues, but Trump cares about black people, but he doesn't care about black people to the point where they feel like they're being disrespected in government spaces, in public spaces, right? But according to them, that Trump loves it. Trump loves black people, but so he's going to ask me, so I voted for Joe Biden because I'm afraid of the Confederates. And I said simply no. But you see, him as a Republican living in Georgia, and I find a lot of Americans, right, are okay. Maybe it's for me being from the North, are perfectly fine with racists, right? They're perfectly fine with racists. They find a way to coexist with blatant racists. Like they don't look at them funny. They don't got no smoke for them or nothing. But these coon ass niggas here got smoke for me because I voted for the wrong white man, right? And also, Kayla was basically saying, I told him like, hey, look, he asked me, so what are out of all of, he was saying a whole bunch of stupid shit about all the things Donald Trump did for black people, which were total lies, half measures, right? So he's like, name one thing that Donald Trump did while was unlawful. Because I'm like, hey, look, how can you expect a man who breaks the law to uphold the law and do things politically when he breaks the law when he thinks he is the law, right? He said, name one thing that Donald Trump did was unlawful. And I said, the whole Muslim ban. He did a Muslim ban, right? A Muslim ban. There are African countries that are also a part of that Muslim ban, right? So already, and he did that with the first thing he did in office, right? Because, like I said, his whole base, along with these house niggas over here, is to basically, fear the others, hate on black people, hate on brown people, and things like that, right? That's the Republicans' job, to do all those things. So he did a Muslim ban, and it had to be revoked. You know what I'm saying? Stupid ass Kayla said that didn't happen, right? So, you know me, show and prove. We have the ACLU, right? Washington. Timeline of the Muslim ban, right? We have on Friday, January 27th, President Donald Trump signed an executive order to ban foreign nationals from 7 predominantly Muslim countries for visiting the country for 90 days, suspended entry to the country for all Syrian refugees indefinitely, and prohibited any other refugees from coming into the country for 120 days. The next day, right, as the Muslim ban went into effect Saturday, lawyers from the ACLU Washington and the Immigrant Rights Project rushed to SeaTac Airport, I guess it's Seattle Airport, I could be wrong, immigrants on the incoming flights who were being denied entry to the U.S. The ACLU and NWIRP obtained a court order saying that the deportation of incoming travelers at SeaTac, with support from elected officials, more than 1,000 protesters, they secured the release of 2 people in custody of Customs and Borders Protection. Sunday, right, the next day, A federal judge in New York granted the American Civil Liberties Union request for a national temporary injunction blocking the deportation of all people stranded in U.S. airports under President Trump's new Muslim ban. For other courts also weighed in, each one a defeat for President Trump. He should get used to this because he's been being defeated ever since. The ACLU was involved in 4 of the 5 cases. So you could check this site out, whatever. So his stupid ass is wrong again. This is like the this is the 4th time I'm correcting him on his bullshit. The last time, like I said, he was mentioning about Donald Trump never did any arms deal with the Saudis. I proved him wrong there. I'm proving him wrong again. He's an ass. He doesn't know anything. He's an American, right? So he should know more than me, right? According to his logic. But he's so fucking stupid that he doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about. So if we're going to use that standard, right, I'm way more intelligent than him. So we all know you being an American or not doesn't qualify you to be as smart or politically inclined, right? We all know that. That's something that should even be said, right? Anybody is capable of learning anything if you're capable to learn. If you think I don't know, right, you ask me questions, right, and then I prove it to you. But they don't like to be shown and proved. They don't like to be wrong. They don't like to be wrong. Just to show and prove again what those Muslim countries are. This is Al Jazeera. So this is a Muslim website. There's a reputable site. You probably heard of Al Jazeera. It gives you the real deal. Most of the times it's like what's really going on the other side of the world. And it's talking about the Muslim ban, right? So right here, it says, 3 years, whatever, Trump, blah, 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 right? So you can see right here where it says, Muslim majority countries, Yemen, it's not an African country, Syria, Iran, Libya, and Somalia as well, put restrictions on nationalists from Venezuela and North Korea. The Trump administration maintains that 6 additional countries, Eritrea, Kyrgyzstan, Myanmar, whatever, I'm sorry about that, Nigeria, Sudan, Tanzania, failed to meet the U.S. security and information sharing standard, right? According to what the Trump administration is saying. Again, this motherfucker got so many L's, man. He got more L's than alphabet soup. Now, the person that's coming on right now is a little Nigerian dude. He's nice. At least he's honest. He this is what the whole panel should be. Come to like a mutual understanding, as far as like what we need to do despite our political so-called allegiance and things like that. He's fair, right? I like him. He's fair. I'll let you hear him out for yourself.
I'll go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, Black Critic. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with you, because I'm out of the Democratic thing. But a lot of people agree with you. Like, you're the minority up here, but a lot of people in the world agree with you. And I just feel like I don't know what it is about the
A lot of people in the world. My grandmother always just tell me, no matter how you feel, if you feel you're right, if everybody's saying that you're wrong, you have to sit back and really do a lot of self-reflection. Is everybody wrong, or is it just me?
Democratic Party that people can't shake. I think they're scared of Republicans because, they're racist.
Yes, I'm scared of Republicans and people that carry proud KKK members. Yes, I am.
But here's the thing, and I feel like this is the major.
But there's always a but. There's no but when it comes to racism. Zero tolerance on racism.
The major issue is you can still negotiate with people. I grew up in a mostly white area, so I had to learn in my life that there's people that I don't agree with, but we can still do things together. We can still make progress together. I can still, build with someone that I don't agree with. So I feel like most people, they don't want to get out of their comfort. We can make business deals with Republicans and they can still call us the N-word. Like that's possible, because Democrats.
That happens. It's not possible. That happens.
But hold on, let me interject. But you're acting like the left doesn't call us N-words either.
No, that's what you're acting like. And again, I'll say for the fifth time, because you guys are hard of hearing, I say both parties are racist, but it's a different caliber of racism. They're both racist.
It's just one is public and one is private. I'm not trying to like attack you. I'm just saying one's public and one's private. I think most people, they can't.
Which one's public? Which one is public? Which one is private? Who does the public one? Who does the private one?
I think Republicans probably is more public one, and Democrats is more private one.
And you got more. And you as a person, you sound a little younger than me. So you as a young person have no problem with being alongside with someone who's a racist and think that they're better than you. But the Democrats, who they may be racist, they may be not that. Let's say they pretend to be racist, but you don't know if they are or not.
Didn't Joe Biden say
they're worse than the person?
See, here he goes again. They cut you off. I can't even get my point across, right? So he said in the beginning he doesn't understand what is about the Democrat Party that people can't shake, while knowing that the Republicans wear their racism on their sleeve, right? So they feel they are better than you. They degrade you. They say all these negative things about you. Versus the Democrats who swear they're not racist, swear they're of more moral standing than the Republicans, right? But when it's come time to show and prove, they don't do anything for you, right? And you may have a couple here and there that do say some racist things, but not in comparison to the majority of Republicans that are racist. That are, I don't know, a person of the Democratic Party that's a part of the KKK or the alt-right or anything like that. So once again, it's a false narrative. So he kind of answered his own question, like why are most black people with Democrats? Because they know the Republicans are racist and don't like they black ass. It's called integrity.
That calls your nigga to your face.
Hold on, Colin. But black critique, didn't Joe Biden say, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black?
Yes, and I disagree with that. That's crazy. And goes to your point on Dynast, because he knows black people. He got black people hook, line, and sinker. No matter what he does, it's fine. And he knows what the Republicans are, because he knows how the Republicans.
He got you on hook.
They know how the Republicans feel about black people. That's why Joe Biden said that if you're not black, if you don't vote for me, you're not black, because he feel like what black people
now he's trying to defend that racist statement.
Like the brother just said.
Defend that statement. Are you here to defend that statement?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Are you trying to defend that statement? I think you like that statement.
The only person is defending anything that's anything vile are you guys, not me.
Like you probably defended that statement. You probably got a clip. You probably got an auto tune and whatnot. If you ain't black, you ain't black. You probably got to listen to that.
I said I disagree with that, and I was just explaining again.
It don't sound like you disagree with that.
You don't listen. You got to like.
You see how he's all in his feelings? It's not about, okay, he disagreed that, let me move on. It's about just basically try to vilify me as this evil Democrat and stuff like that. Why he washing Master ass and kiss just so he could polish it up and kiss it. Like this really doesn't make any sense at all. The guy had a point, and you can see that continuously again cutting me off. Right here, Kunas, Queen Ashid, Kayla Genesis is going to show his racism and his xenophobia. Remember, we're just talking about politics as far as like what the parties do. And he's going to take it here.
But you guys have to hold the L.
Yeah, and that's a problem. LCC, that's a problem. That's a problem. We as African Americans don't want to take your L's no more. You know, that's why we're not listening to what you guys say.
All right, so then you know what? that's the case, then I'll leave. If you could stay with your Republicans and be a good whipping boy, you could be a good coach. We're gonna start. You, as old as you are, and stuff like that, we're not gonna do is have you're very simple-minded and very stupid, because any person that knows rudimentary, fundamental Black history knows that a lot of immigrants were a part of the civil rights movement. You had your Shirley Chisholms. This discussion about you're from Guyana, you're from Nigeria, so you
no. See, here's the difference though.
Yeah, so there's that. Now he's want to say there's no difference. There's no difference. You're trying to say because you made a distinction and said African Americans and me. So I made me as an American here by the law. I am an official American. He's an American by birth. I'm not as smart as him, or I'm different than him. This is a FBA talking point. This is a FBA ADOS talking point that is absolutely adds up and makes no sense at all whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hold your L. So he is being divisive and xenophobic, right? So like I said, he's showing his ass, and that is fine. I know where he stands now. He's a fucking fake Pan-Africanist. He talks a good game, but he preaches something else. So right here, Princess Dynast is going to tag team on the xenophobic FBA racism by asking me, where you're from, and why don't you vote there, and all these other things. All these deflection tactics, all these FBA talking points that he does. Like I said, they're showing who they really are, right? They are from America and they go all over Africa and they come here and they quote unquote educate Black Americans on their channel as far as like what the experience was and how the Africans are. By that standard, both of they coon asses need to shut the fuck up, because they're not African. They're African American, right? Like I said before. And it seems to be very, very true of what I'm saying, especially more in this case. I always say, right? I've been studying history. Like I said, I grew up in this country since I was like a toddler, and I always took an interest in African history. I'm a double threat, right? I know my history and I know American history, right? And I always said, a nigga is nothing but a broken African. And what I'm talking to here right now are two niggas, right? I'm talking to broken Africans right now. But like I said, Princess Dynast is going to tag in on the xenophobia.
Hold on. But this is the problem. And I said this before. All right, you can't be an arrogant immigrant in a foreign country when your home country's on fire. That's just my point.
This is our base, man. This is our base.
That's the point I don't understand.
So my country is on fire again. It's very true of Republicans, right? But this is also an American mindset that America is the best place in the world. It's the best place in the world, better in every aspect, and everywhere else is just set ablaze and horrible. So again, I'm really talking to boys. I'm talking to little nigga boys, right? I'm talking to little niggas right now, because they're not mature enough or intelligent enough to really think before they talk, or they just have all these preconceived notions that they consider to be true when it's absolutely false. But we'll continue with their Tariq Nacoon, Yvette Carnell talking points.
Because you don't understand, because being as ignorant and arrogant as you are, you can't understand when someone is trying to make sense. So if you always concentrated on trying to get a win, everything blows right past you. So basically, y'all just talk that Pan-African stuff just to look good, but
See, that's what this is what we're talking about.
You're faker than a $5 bill. Because when you come
taking over the show,
you do what Tariq Nasheed does.
No.
Anyone that has any common sense to have ears can see that. I did not once attack any one of you because I don't know if you're American. I don't care if you're or African. I don't know. I don't care. We all black. But there you go. You guys gotta put a wedge. Where you from?
I said this before.
Where you from?
Black with cheek. Black with cheek. I've been very, I've said plenty of times. I got this from Booker T. Washington. Immigrants should come to America, learn the skills, and then go back and build their countries. I don't see why is that a problem.
Is this the 1800s? I'm sorry.
But I don't understand why somebody would not want to make their home.
I was trying to. Wow. Now this is the American Africans. You guys don't own shit. You don't have anything, right? You're trying to aggregate your stuff to get something to have some type of political or economic independence away from white people. But y'all love white people so much, right? That y'all don't. And this is where you're a fucking hypocrite, right? You want to go to Africa. You want to do business in Africa, right? But then you want to talk down. On people that come here when they try to link up. Right, so that's the hypocritical thing about you.
We can link
up.
No,
there's no linking up. So I can ask you the same question. You should stay in America and make America good. You guys don't even have your own car company. Dr. Clark says when black people can't even, you got the Nation of Islam, you got all these people going around the Nation of Islam and Farrakhan, right? And what has the Nation of Islam done in 60 years? Dr. Clark, an American, says y'all don't even make your own underwear.
Bro, that's
you get Farrakhan right now with all that money that you guys are getting and at least make a car industry. Do something like that. Nigeria has a car industry.
No, okay. I'm Nigerian, so don't use us to do that.
I'm not talking. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm making a point. I'm not using anybody. I'm
using Nigerian achievement to disrespect Black Americans.
Now you see where, like I said, the guy was cool, but he's a coon at the same time. And you see, he's an immigrant, but they're not attacking him as an immigrant. Why? Because they agree with him. They agree with what he's saying. He's not an arrogant immigrant, right? And only because it has nothing to do with him being an immigrant. It has to do with his political affiliation. And that's where these guys are hypocrites. It has to do with his political affiliation. Because why didn't Dynast says, hey, what you doing here? Why are you here in Nigeria? Go back to your country in Nigeria. He's not saying that. Why? Because he agrees with him politically, so he lays off of him. Same thing how he lays off of Kayla, right? Because he agrees with him politically. These guys are weak as shit. These guys is as hard as cotton candy.
No, I'm not doing that. And if you're Nigerian, what did I say to disrespect Black Americans? Because now you just straight up capping.
Well, you're talking about how Black Americans only have a car company.
Black Chick, I don't understand why.
No. I'm saying Dynast just said, made an assertion that my country's all messed up, so I left my country like that. So that's an attack. But your ass was quiet then. So I'm gonna say right back at you.
It probably is. Come on, we all know what it is.
We all know what is.
We, as someone who comes from an immigrant family, we left Guyana, Nigeria to come to America for better opportunities. Yeah.
Thank you.
Because our country
but he's not great. So Dynast, why don't you direct that question to that guy? Why don't he take his behind back to Nigeria? Does he vote in Nigeria? Does he go to Nigeria?
Dynast doesn't have to go to Nigeria.
No, I didn't say that. I said the other brother, because he's an immigrant from Nigeria. So the same question you asked to me, you don't pose to him.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you why. Can I tell you why?
You guys are fake. Your guys are fake. You're fake hypocrites.
Can I? I'm gonna tell you why. Like I said, I said this when you missed the statement. You can't be an arrogant immigrant in a foreign country when your country's on fire. Caesar's not arrogant. You are.
So because I don't agree with you politically, I am arrogant and I need to shut up.
No, you don't need to shut up. You sound like you sound like an emotional fool. That's what you sound like right now.
Okay, and you guys sound like white ass kissing motherfuckers, but that's how you are politically. And I disagree with that. But I don't attack you personally. And what you do is attacking me personally, and you guys are turning the tables to make it seem that I'm the one that's doing it, and like I have no self-respect. At the end of the day, I'm gonna lash back. You know what I'm saying? I only got 4 cheeks. And y'all keep saying a lot of stupid, foul shit. And then I'm just supposed to sit there and take it? Fuck all of y'all on the panel if that's what you think. It's not going to work like that. The same question you asked me about why in the country like that, you don't go, you don't ask Nigerians and other continental African. Why? Because you're in your feelings.
I do too. I ask them. The arrogant one.
And am I okay? Let me ask you, and I have to go.
Dynasty.
I have to go soon. And I'm glad I have to go soon because this is not getting nowhere. Let me ask you.
Well, because you're getting your ass, you get stomped. You get stomped on
what?
it, man.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. With your baby boots. You stomping me with baby boots. Give me your break. Anyway,
the thing is this.
I'm gonna have to go anyway.
And Africans.
I'm gonna have to go anyway very soon.
He called us fake Pan-Africans, right?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
We're here.
You are.
We're here in America.
You're attacking. I did not want to attack you from where you are.
First of all, I probably know more Nigerians.
That's who you are right now.
I have more Africans. I have more Africans.
I don't care. There's racism.
One mic. Y'all muted. One mic. I'm not attacking you. I just asked where you're from. You say you're from Guyana. I was asking you, how involved are you there in the politics of Guyana? Go make Guyana great. And listen, there's a book.
And what was the purpose of that if we're having a conversation on politics?
No, because again, I just don't understand personally. Okay, here we go. All right, this is where I'm coming with it. Me personally, okay, black immigrants have their own black land and black countries, okay? There's a reason why they are leaving those countries to damn near risk their lives to go to Europe and come to America. So I'm just saying... I
didn't risk my life to came here. I came on a plane that came to New York.
God damn, shut up, bro. Just be quiet. Just shut up.
Nah, nigga, hush. I didn't risk my life to come here. See, he got all, like I said, typical Americans. And I said this on Brandon's channel before, right? It's a very arrogant American stance, black, white, Asian, whatever, to think that people, when you're in here long, I guess your mind gets tainted if you don't know any better, right? That people left their country, and every country, please forgive me, my Somalian brothers and sisters, is like Somalia or some war-torn places like Rwanda in the 90s. Like, I'm a Rwandan refugee. It's completely arrogant, and it exposes how stupid and unlearned you are as a person as far as like what's going on in the world. It's really, really, really stupid. Because he even didn't ask me. He doesn't even know about Guyanese politics. He doesn't even know what's going on in Guyana. But it's the fact that, it ain't Chicago, it ain't New York, it ain't California, it ain't the United States, it's on fire. These just things like I said, he's a nigga. He's a fake Pan-Africanist. He's a nigga. He thinks like a white man. He got all that, he wears African garb. He's into African culture and stuff like that. That is good, right? But your mind is here still in America. You still have a white American mindset.
Shut up. All right, so the point I'm trying to make...
Yeah, I'm going to shut up.
Yeah, and that's it. And I was gone, right? I was gone. My phone died or whatever, and that was it. And after I leave, they're going to go into more racist, xenophobic rant.
And you ain't Pan-Africans, college. No. Just African Americans have, we have nothing left in the political system, right? So I understand that. Look, you got to be careful when you make talking points, and you're a black foreigner, because you don't understand certain things about Black America. They don't understand certain nuances of Black America. But Joe Biden says something about black people, you ain't black.
So there you have it. Because I'm a foreigner, quote unquote foreigner, I can't understand black Americans. That makes sense, right? So a person in a foreign land is incapable of learning the culture and learning certain nuances about the culture of what is appropriate, what isn't appropriate. So because we're black, I'm a black immigrant, I'm an immigrant, I'm incapable of learning. Yeah. So again, another FBA talking point sounds ridiculous. Once again, doesn't pose that question to the Nigerian guy. Again, it means you need to stay your black coon ass in America and don't say anything about Africa because you are incapable of learning or knowing anything about Africa. Right? And Dynast also, like he said, yeah, he left. He's from Sacramento, California, right? And he went and he lives in Georgia, right? Why didn't he make Sacramento, California great again? I asked him the same question, and I don't like when people say that lame ass excuse. Well, it's still United States. No, you're not gonna do that. You left literally a state that has different rules, different municipalities, right? Different rulers, as far as like governor, congressman, mayor, and etc. And you went your ass somewhere else, which is Georgia, which is worse when it comes to crime and things like that. So I don't get that. But he probably likes Republicans so much he moved to a red state so he could kiss some ass a little bit more conveniently. So I don't know. But like I said, right now I'm not just gonna pretty much this is who they are, what they are. I totally lost a lot of respect for them. I mean, I could have walked away from this saying, "Hey, you're an idiot," because you vote for Joe Biden or whatever and stuff like that. Yeah, make it peace or whatever and stuff like that. But the ad hominem attacks and they're attacking me because I'm solely it pivoted from I don't agree with you because you're a Democrat, quote unquote, because I'm not. I'm independent. Right? If I vote Democrat, I'll vote Democrat because they're most likely is going to give us something versus the Republicans. But anyway, I could have walked away from the whole situation. Basically, fine, okay, they disagree with me, I disagree with them. But it got personal. It got FBA. That's how it got. And they really showed how stupid and how coonish they are because they already know most people don't agree with their political stance, right? But they really got on some FBA coon shit after they started attacking me from where I'm from, insinuating where I'm from is horrible. So, hey, just to let you guys know what it is. Remember, just like, look, this doesn't me, unlike them, I'm a bigger man. I just know these are just some ignorant ass niggas, just some stupid ass Americans and stuff like that. Like I said, I have Americans in my family that I got friends, cousins, nieces, nephews, and no one sounds like this in my family. We don't do that. That's a real Pan-African movement right there, right? The joining of our people, right, to make a change, right? I'm thought that, hey, maybe these guys were the bridge. They're not. They're definitely not the bridge. They're not the bridge. They're walking liars and walking contradictions. Again, they're a bunch of niggas. Broken Africans. That's all that it is. Anyway, I'm going to end it right here. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know how you feel in the comment section. And that's it, family. Later. Peace.